The equations of two conics are given below. Identify them by getting them in standard form. So remember, there are 4 types of conics. 5 if you include the degenerate ones. But the 4 types of conics that you usually see are what? Are circles, ellipses, hyperbolas, and then a parabola. Make sure you know all the standard forms of each of these. The circle has 1 standard form, the ellipse has 2 standard forms, the hyperbola has 2 standard forms, and the parabola has 4 standard forms. Let's look at part A. In order for us to get them in standard form, you have to know this mathematical trick called completing the square. One of the best tricks ever. And we're going to leave a space here. And then minus y. I'm not going to do much with that. In fact, that tells me to move the y over here. I've done enough of these homework problems, to realize that my practice is paying off. I'm starting to recognize certain procedures under different scenarios. So why don't we complete the square? Let's add 12 to the left-hand side, and then we're going to add 12 to the right-hand side of the equation. Let's put this in one of the forms. 3 times the quantity x plus 2 squared is equal to y plus 1. This is almost in one of those forms. This needs to be x plus 2. I'm going to change that to be 1/3. And then y plus 1. And what form is this? What is this a form of? This is x minus h squared is equal to positive 4 times p times y minus k. So this is one of the 4 standard forms of a parabola. Is a parabola with a vertex. Let's label the most important ordered pair of a parabola. It is the vertex, -2, -1. I'm going to erase the board now and move on to part B. If you want to, go ahead and pause it, and you could attempt to do part B on your own. See what you get after doing one of the most famous tricks in mathematics, called completing the square. Ready to complete the square now. We are going to add 4. Add 4 to both sides. And then we're going to add 64 to both sides. And now the equation is balanced. We react to this problem. Let's see here. Why don't we divide the entire sides by 64 right now? If I divide the entire sides by 64, and then use common denominator, I think we could get this into standard form rather quickly. So we have x minus 1 quantity squared over 16 plus y plus 4 quantity squared over 4 is equal to 1. And what is this in standard form for? This is an ellipse. With the major axis in the horizontal direction, right? This is an ellipse centered at 1, -4 with the major axis in the horizontal direction.